Hey guys and gals, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how you can create AI art, put them up on Opensea, and create 10 or so NFTs within about 30 minutes. So stick around and check it out, and check out these really sweet little cat ladies that I made here. Yeah, check that out. First thing you want to do is go to metamask.io/download and download Metamask, and it's a Chrome plugin. And so you just click on Metamask for Chrome. I already have it. It should pop up here in the upper right of Chrome in your little plugins. And create your account, create your wallet, and then you can go to Opensea and connect your wallet to Opensea. To connect your Metamask to Opensea, I imagine you just click up here on wallet, click on whatever wallet you have. Again, you can use multiple wallets, but MetaMask is probably the most popular one. That's just the one I use. And now I don't remember what else Opensea might require you to do to create an account, if it asks for anything else as far as like credentials. So, but I'm pretty sure you can figure out how to create an account on Opensea and create your MetaMask wallet by yourself. There's plenty of tutorials online, I'm sure, on YouTube. You can obviously explore, if you haven't already, Opensea. You can check it out, see what everybody else is doing. And up here on the upper right, you can create, and that's where you can actually create NFTs. And then you also can go to collections and create new collections. So that's what we'll do. But first, we want to actually create the art. All right, so go on the App Store and find the app Wonder. And there's probably other AI apps, but go ahead and download it, create your account. Here it is. Create art with AI. Now, Wonder will give you a 1-week trial. I believe it's a week. And then after that, you have to pay. So 1 week should be enough to create a bunch of art, to create a collection on here. I'm only going to make like 10 images for my collection. And you can see at the top, enter a prompt. You can be very specific and detailed if you want, or you can be very broad. And so you could say, for example, cat in space, or you could say black cat in space wearing a helmet, and it'll try to match those prompts with somewhat crazy results. Okay, so you'll see for yourself. But if you try to do anything that's like humanoid, sometimes they'll turn out fine. Other times they'll have 3 arms coming out of their body, and they'll be attached to another human and all this stuff. So it's kind of funky, but it's kind of fun to play around with, and sometimes you'll get some pretty cool results. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the fictional character style, I guess. I want to try to get like cats in space. I'm going to try anime cat in space and see what happens. Okay, well, so this girl has a giant forehead. And then this one looks kind of cool. It looks like a space anime girl with cat ears. So I think that's going to be my style for my collection. I'm going to make about 10 of these, and then we'll move on to Opensea. So what you do is, if you like it, then you can press this little download arrow right here. If you choose frame, I think it's gonna have like a little Wonder watermark on the lower right. So I always just choose original to have a clean image. You download, it'll save to your phone. And then just go through and press this little reset button on the lower left, the little arrows, and it'll redo it. You can also change your prompt if you wanna play around with different prompts. Find one that you like, and then go ahead and try to make a series of 10, 20, 100, however many you wanna do, to create your collection on Opensea. So this one's, whoa. Some of these are pretty cool. Like this is kind of like funky. It looks almost like she has some sort of a cowboy hat with a cat on it. Whoa. Okay, I really like this one. As you can see, there's gonna be some funky stuff that you're gonna see. I'm gonna save about 10 of these, and then we're gonna go on to Opensea and upload them. All right, guys, I'm back. It's been about 12 minutes, and that's about how long it took me to find 10 or so good images that the AI created. A lot of them were funky and weird. It actually was creating cat girls that were like anime girls in space, and it rarely actually gave cats. I specifically asked cats in space, anime style, anime cats in space. So it made a bunch of humanoid cats in space. So but they still turned out cool, so I just went with it, and I was like, okay, I'll have a bunch of anime girls with cat heads or with cat ears, and it seemed like a really cool style, so I thought it was really cool. You can get sucked into this app and, you know, keep creating more and more AI images, because it's kind of fun and interesting to see what it's going to create next and what kind of weird art it's going to create. All right, so back to Opensea, and I have my 10 cat images that I put on my computer. So we're going to go and create a collections under your little icon up here, new collection. I already have a collection on this account, on this wallet, but we're going to create a new collection, and you can do whatever settings you want on here. I'm going to show you the ones that I'm going to do. This is going to ask you to sign various things or various times, or multiple times rather, through Metamask, and it's just basically confirming. So it's saying, do you want to do this? Confirm to acknowledge the terms of service, etc. And none of these will charge you. This is all free. So the app is free, Opensea is free. It will only charge you when you do certain things. So for example, if you try to delete your NFTs, it actually will charge you a small fee to delete it. And so it's pretty straightforward, very easy. You just go down the list here to create your collection. Now, optimally, you probably want to resize whatever images you use for these different things. So featured image, it recommends 600 by 400, 1400 by 1350 for the banner, and then logo 350 by 350. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to put the images up here, and then I'll probably do it later. But just pick one of the images that you like, and then you can just drag and drop it. I'll pick this one because it's just kind of the most stunning. So then, of course, you want to name your collection. I'm going to do, let's see, what is another word for cat? Space pussy? No. That's a bad idea. I'll name it Space Katz with a K-A-T-Z. The name's available. Perfect. So my collection will be called Space Katz, and then I'm just going to put it here in the URL. Oh, it's already taken. Okay, so let's just do space-cats, I guess. And then description. Now, if you want to create a whole like story behind your collection, you could do that. I've done that with a couple of my other collections. This one, I'm not gonna spend time doing that, so I'm just gonna give a basic description. The cats have arrived. I actually like creating like a story around the images that I put up here. It's kind of fun, but yeah, in this case, I'm not going to do that. And then you can choose a category. This I would consider art, but as you can see, there's a lot of categories on here. You can put your links up. Let's say you have a website that you want to promote your NFTs on, or just your personal website. And then here under creator earnings, you add your wallet, your Metamask wallet ID number, your account number, and you put that here. And then you choose what % you want. So if someone buys your NFT and then they sell it, then you can get a percentage of that, a percentage of profits of that sale, and so on. So you can choose whatever. I'm gonna put 5%. I've seen a lot of people use around 5%. You might not want to do too high because that might deter people from buying. Our goal here, at least my goal for this video, is not necessarily to sell these. It's just for fun to create a collection. And then here you can select the blockchain, but the standard is Ethereum. It's what everybody uses. But you can choose different blockchains to add your collection to by default. I'm just going to leave it Ethereum, payment tokens Ethereum, and wrapped Ethereum, I believe it is. You can add other tokens that people can use to buy and sell your NFT. And then display, this is just how it shows your NFTs. I'm just gonna leave it as contained because it's not a 1:1 ratio. These are little, what are these, like 5:7 or something like that. And then explicit and sensitive content, if you're uploading like explicit artwork. Mine are not. Mine are just cat ladies in space. So there we go, create. This is what it's done to me multiple times. It goes to the screen that says, oops, something went wrong, but it's always worked anyway. So if you just go to my collections, you should see it. All right, I just reloaded the website, and you can see here Space Katz, and then here's my other collection that I've done in the past where I actually created collectible cards. I'll just show you real quick of like different characters like Rorschach and what is this, Megatron, different pop culture characters from different movies and whatnot. So here's my collection. There's nothing in it. So now we upload our NFTs that we created. So you don't have to be in your collection for this. You just go up to here on the upper right and click on create. And it's kind of the same thing. It's pretty straightforward. You just start at the top and you drag and drop your first one and you name it. So I'm going to name her, and I'm just going to name them all cat names, you know, that'll be fun. So we have whiskers, perfect. And the link is for your NFT. If you want to have a link attached to it that people can click on and go to that link, it can be informational, it can be additional stuff that you want to include with the NFT, whatever it is. You can go to your website. I don't have a website for these particular NFTs, so I'm not going to do that. Description. Again, if you want to have some sort of story, which I think is fun, to create some sort of story with your creations here. But I'm not going to do that now. Maybe I'll do that later. I'll write a story. For now, I'm just going to give a little description of maybe what she likes, what kind of food she likes. Whiskers prefers dry food to wet, and her humor is also dry. Collection. So this is where you want to put it in the collection you created. So you click on this, click on your collection. In my case, Space Katz. I could put it in my other collection if I wanted, but I don't want to. Here's where you can do some interesting things. These are like gamified type things, properties, levels, and stats. So again, you would need some sort of backstory to go with this to kind of figure out what you want to do here. So let's say you, for example, on levels, if you had some sort of traits like this cat woman has a speed of 3 out of 5 or whatever it is, you could do that. Or intelligence, you know, like all the stuff that you might do in D&D, for example, all the different traits of your characters that you've created or your NFTs that you've created. And then there's an option for unlockable content. And that's if someone buys your NFT, you have other content that goes with it. Maybe you do write a storyline or a poem or something that you want to include with it. Then you could click on this and you'll have to enter some information so that they could get that content, whether it's some sort of access key or a link to a file or whatnot. And then, of course, again, with the explicit and sensitive content, if this particular image is explicit, and that'll keep people who are browsing from seeing stuff like that's explicit and sensitive that they may not want to see unless they turn that feature on Opensea, I guess. And then we have the supply, and this is kind of interesting. This is where you can decide how many of each NFT you want there to be. So let's say I want like 100 copies of this particular one. I could do that. I could make them all unique. And that's what a lot of people do. Some of the most popular NFTs are just like one of ones, but they make like 10,000 of them. So again, I'm not trying to optimize here. I'm not trying to show you the best way to go about doing things to like sell these or whatnot. This is just for fun and to start creating. That's kind of my purpose here, is to get you motivated to start creating something and start collecting, as well as I don't really know what the best way to go about doing this. I haven't researched that much anyway. So I'm just gonna leave it as 10 supply. And then that's basically it. And then you create it. Oh, okay, so my asset name is not available. Whiskeys. We'll try Whiskeys. Great, I just created Whiskeys. I had to change the name because Whiskers wasn't available. And there we go, here's my NFT created. So you can still edit it. You can edit any of those traits, like the, you know, the stats and whatnot, like is she a female? Does she have special powers or whatever? And then the other thing you want to do is just click on sell if you want to just immediately put them up for sale. So I don't expect these to sell. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I'm going to do 0.005 Ethereum each, which comes to about $7 or $8 as of right now. I'm gonna leave the duration as a month, but you can put them up for sale however long you want, up to 6 months. There are other options down here. You could sell all 10 of them as a bundle. I'm not gonna do that. I want different people to buy them. And then you could also reserve them for a specific person if you just want some person that you know to buy them. And that's it. It'll show you the service fee and creator fee. This is when it sells and what Opensea will take, and then what you'll take when it resells again. So then when you click on the sell, it's gonna again have you sign the Metamask, and that's free again. So that's it. Then we go to view listing, and now it's up for sale, and I have 10 of them up for sale now. And you could go up here at the top to your collections just to see it, and there it is. And if you click on it, I have one item up for sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the rest of them, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm done. So I have them all on here. I put a price, I put them all up for sale, and that's about it. So obviously you can have some fun with this. create a backstory, create different characters, maybe create a whole world. You know, it's pretty cool the things that you can do with this AI, where it can create the art for you, and which allows you, as someone maybe that doesn't have artistic talents or hasn't learned how to draw or write really well or paint or whatever it is, and it can kind of like just create a world for you, and then you can use it as inspiration. You could put them up here as NFTs and then create like stats and whatever. So it's kind of a cool gamified type of thing, and it's kind of just a way that you can start creating a hobby, maybe collecting NFTs or creating them. I like to create them. I have bought a couple, but mostly I like creating them. And when you use the AI app, it kind of like gives you these ideas of, hey, these are like really cool images and there's like this story behind them. So like this could be some sort of cat universe with all these cat characters in space. You know, they have space technology and little cat friends that maybe didn't evolve as much as the cat humanoids did. But that's about it. The point of all this was not to show you like how you can make money with NFTs. I don't know how to do that. I have actually sold a couple in my other collection, but it's been like 20-30 bucks or something. And it was these cards. I think I sold a couple of these Batman ones. They're not on here. They're on rareable.com. But it took me, I spent money to create. I had someone make these pixel art characters, and so I haven't made anything off of them. I've lost money because I created them and paid someone to do it. So I was like, okay, well, how can you create artwork that's you don't have to pay for? And that's why I thought of the idea of the AI. And I saw the app on Instagram, and I was like, this is a cool way just to create some really cool artwork that's kind of funky. You know, not all of it's going to be usable. But when you find good images, you're like, oh, this is really cool. I don't expect any of them to sell. I'm not trying to say that you can make money off of this again. You probably won't sell any. So just do it for fun. Do it to learn what NFTs are about. And maybe a couple will sell. And really what you have to do is spend a lot more time creating your ecosystem of your NFT art. You probably have to go out and create a following. Unless you're already someone who's like famous, you're probably not going to sell any NFTs, or not very many anyway, unless you have some kind of unique thing. So if you really do want to actually do this to make money, you'd have to go on Opensea, for example, and see which ones are selling and try to figure out why. For some reason, it's a lot of like monkeys and gorillas. I don't know why there's so many monkeys and gorillas that's what's selling, I guess, monkeys and gorillas. So maybe try your luck with monkeys and gorillas. But this is just a way to do it where you're not like stealing or taking other people's artwork. You're using, now there's some controversy, of course, with AI art, and people are going, well, AI is taking other people's artwork and kind of manipulating it and turning it into unique artwork. I don't know. I mean, that's obviously something to look into, but as far as I'm concerned, it's creating new art for you. And so that's definitely something I want to learn more about, is how the AI works. But for now, that's all I wanted to do here, was just go through the process of creating a really cool little set of NFTs, you know, a little collection. So you can obviously make as many as you want. I've only made 10. Go ahead and click on my other video, which I'm going to show here in a second, on doing Forex and how you could potentially create a somewhat automated system to make money using Forex bots. And you have to do this whole process. But if you can learn everything, maybe you're already started learning about Forex and day trading, then maybe I can give you some ideas of how to use a bot to, and also like FTMO, the FTMO challenge, funded accounts, and make money through funded challenges and bots without actually necessarily knowing how to trade really well. So go ahead and click on that. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.